What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. The Queen Bee, Beyonce Knowles, or Beyonce Knowles Carter, I don't know what her name is, but Beyonce has done something that she doesn't even look it, but she is now 40 years old. And we're the same age. I remember when Beyonce was just a teenager. She was hot in the 90s. And she's still beautiful as she's aged ever so gracefully. And she's still just as good looking as she was to me like 25 years ago. She still looks hot, right? And she says that over the course of her life, she's happy entering into this new decade. And one of the things is that, you know, she's talking about how she's grateful for her fans and all of this. But I don't want to really deal with that. I want to deal with this comment when she says, whoever tried to condition women to feel that we were supposed to feel old or unhappy when we turned 40 got it all the way effed up. This has absolutely been the best I've ever felt in my life. I'm so grateful to be grown. Okay? We'll talk about that. Because Beyonce is not the rule. She's the exception to the rule. Beyonce is very, very beautiful, very talented, very hardworking. She came from a very good family structure, although the parents are not together now. And Beyonce made a lot of great decisions. She's rich. She married Jay-Z. She's a wife. She's a mother. She's in a two-parent home like the one she grew up in. Beyonce, for all intents and purposes, is very exceptional. For most women, though, they are not Beyonce. Most women, when they're 40, they're unmarried in the black community. They have children, not all of them out of wedlock, because there are some women that don't have kids, but there are some women who do have kids that are out of wedlock. Many of them are by multiple men. Many women are struggling financially that's 40. And as far as their physical looks, I could talk about the ladies that I know that were in my age group that are now 40. Many of them are a shell of what they looked like when I was in high school. I'm not saying it's the case for all women, but it's kind of safe to say that adults, when you get 40, you kind of let yourself go a little bit. And that's kind of what I've seen with the ladies that I've seen in my community. It could be different for you, but I've seen that once they hit 40, they didn't look like they looked when they were 30. All right. And so as Beyonce continues to get more opportunities out of life, most women, those opportunities are closing. The doors are closing. And it's because that Beyonce made all the right decisions in life. So for her, that's why she feels so happy when she's 40, because she put in the work at the right time. She got a good high value guy when she was very young. She stayed the course. She built a great business for herself. She was a great talent. She's always been around the right advisors and the right people. But my question to Beyonce is, what about the women that didn't do that? You have a lot of women that feel old and unhappy. Forget 40. Some of them feel like that when they were 25. There are some ladies that when they're 25, they have 3 kids by 3 different guys. Okay? Some women are still making the wrong decisions, dealing with the wrong type of men. No family structure, no support. Don't know which way to go. And so when we talk about conditioning women to feel that they're supposed to be older and happy, it's not that men are trying to make women feel that way. I think that what happens is that the decisions in life catch up with you. Men can overcome a lot of mistakes. Financial mistakes, getting overweight and they can get back in the game. Men are conditioned for the long term. So as men age, if they just get things right, they can overcome it. The problem is that women have a tough time doing that. When women make those mistakes, it's harder for them to get over it. It's harder for them to beat it. And so what happens typically, and we see this many times in the black world, is that women get unhappier as they age based on the lack of support, based on the fact that the dating calls don't reach anymore. If you even look at some of the ladies' profiles on Tinder that are over 40 or close to 40, what are they talking about? They'll be like, dating music, none of you better be hitting me up asking for sex. You better have a job. You better have this. Like, it just, the profiles are just very angry. A lot of women are angry. And a lot of women are angry really at the decisions that they make. Yeah. So if you're Beyonce, you have the right to feel like you're getting happy. But you can't be happy if, you know that the guy you broke up with moved on with his life and he got married. Your ex-husband, you thought you were going to be able to have more options than him. You left him. He went and he got married. Okay. 10 years ago, you were 5'2", 125 pounds. And then COVID came and you came like 5'2", 185 pounds. And you've had a tough time, losing that weight. You don't have the support to help you with your children anymore, because you could never get married. You have multiple baby fathers. If you're in that category of being a woman and you don't have that support system, being 40 is tough. Okay? When you become bitter, and Beyonce's not bitter. But we got to start to act like that every woman isn't Beyonce. And women who want to live her life, number one, are you willing to keep yourself up like she did? Are you going to be able to work out? Are you going to be able to keep yourself very feminine for a minute over that time period? Beyonce really didn't let herself go, and if she had some fluctuation in weight, she took care of it. Many women decided at 40, this is who I am, and I'm not going to change back to what I am. And then their consequences got paid because guys who were the guys they can get when they were in their 20s, if that attitude didn't change. Because one thing is for sure, when you're young and you're hot, you can be a little bit recalcitrant, right? But when you're not as young, you're not as hot anymore, that recalcitrant attitude gets you just overlooked. Like, for example, there was a lady I was dating. And, like six years ago, I would take a lot of stuff off of her. In 2021, like any little thing, would make me know what, because she doesn't look the same. Let herself go. Not as competitive as the chicks that are out there right now. As far as looks, and that's really what it is. Took herself out the game. So when she enters 40 for she's not going to be feeling like I'm happy to be 40. It's like, okay, reality's kind of set in that things are different. But women who made the right decisions can feel more like Beyonce. But you have women that have not made the right decisions in their life, and they're kind of dealing with those consequences right now. And it's not an age thing. It's a decision thing. If you're a 40-year-old woman and you didn't make the right decisions, and you're struggling, and you're not, you're mentally unstable for whatever reason, you're not going to be feeling like Beyonce. But for the women that made the right decisions, they're feeling like Beyonce. That's what I feel. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high.